These are principles which indicate the extent to which, in international human rights law, emergency measures can be taken to derogate from or to limit human rights. And the easy way of saying that, although there's some technical problems with it, is to say either to say that rights no longer apply because of emergencies, or rights can be restricted. And during COVID-19, we've seen that there have been very big restrictions that have been justified very briefly with very little evidence by governments all around the world. Even the concept of what we call lockdowns, which includes many things like the closing of shops, the regulation of behavior through curfews, the preventing of gatherings. These things have many, many, many human rights consequences. And even something like the idea of a lockdown, it may have been unknown, especially except for at times of war, to most people around the world before COVID-19. Now, the guiding principles that come for dealing with emergencies around the world are from the Siracusa Principles, but the Siracusa Principles spend very little time thinking about public health emergencies. They think much more about war, acts of terror, natural disasters. And so they weren't intended to apply to situations that cause the economic devastation in the long term that COVID-19 has caused. And so a really big weakness of the Siracusa Principles is their failure to deal with social and economic rights consequences, and the failure to really be able to balance that against the concerns that governments might have or might say that they have in protecting public health.